I think, like you said, this story is easy. You can easily jump on Teddy Bridgewater because he is doing good for the
For
community.
sure.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
absolutely.
you're going to jump on the side, but at the end of the day, there are rules, whether you like those rules or not, and they're fair or not. And maybe you think they should be changed because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I get it, but once he exposed it, it's like, well, we can't allow this.
Money Pots.
Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. Um, how some of these guys are giving back to the community, helping, but one guy in particular helping his community and now getting suspended, getting ridiculed, whatever you want to call it. Teddy Bridgewater, Mr. Teddy, suspended for helping kids. Let's bring up the story here. I think I got my phone. Let me move that. So Teddy Bridgewater, I'm not sure if he officially retired yet.
He did.
Did he officially retire?
I believe so this year.
Um, head coach for his local team. Let me bring up some of my notes here. Provided his own money to help with kids at high school football team. Let me move this. Teddy Bridgewater was suspended for borrowing his own money for meals, rides for players, and for field maintenance. He should be applauded, not suspended. I agree here from Jared. It's because of coaches like Teddy that unprivileged kids even have an opportunity to succeed. And just let me talk to you guys about the things that have been reported, true or untrue, of what Teddy's done. He's personally covered $14K for training camp expenses, 9,500 for team pride sets. Now remember, Teddy's has made millions of dollars, right? 2,200 a week for pregame meals, $1,300 a week for recovery, $700 a week for Ubers. You know, this is not from buying the Miami Northwesterns, mind you. This is not like Teddy, and he won a championship too, by the way. This, last year. This is not
Coming off like a 4-9 season or something like that.
right. This is not like Teddy doing something in terms of like giving these kids jewelry, cars, like paying these kids to play football. He's providing, right? Being a head coach, and part of being a head coach is also being somewhat of a father figure, right? For some of these kids that might have come from broken homes. You're talking about Ubers. That tells me that kids don't have a way to get back and forth to practice.
Correct.
And that was me. I bum rides in high school.
Yeah,
I
true.
bum rides off my friends, jumped in the car with my friends' parents
Yeah.
to get to the bus stop so I can get home. Because I didn't have a ride 5:30 at night to
Yeah.
get home because my mom didn't have a car. So, part of this is talking about like cats like me
Yep.
growing up and playing ball. So as a this is Daniel Falgenhole, I think that's to pronounce it. As a Florida State Board of Education member, I'm demanding the immediate real statement of Coach Teddy Bridgewater. So the suspending him was a disgrace. He showed up for these young men the way a young person deserves. So I guess my question here is, because Teddy did make a statement, and I'll get to Teddy's statement because Teddy kind of went off because they won a state championship, mind you, in Florida. Just to let you, he won a state championship. That's big time in Florida. What was violated here? Like, what was the grounds of suspension? Is it because he's a head coach and he can't give this type of uh, benefits for his players?
Mhm.
Is that where this is stemming from?
Yeah, I think it's not. This is coming from, I think, the school board or whatever, the football association in that high school area. Obviously, there's little tricks, but we're in such an era of like money being pushed around, and private schools and charter schools doing whatever the hell they want to do. We're talking about Miami Northwestern. That's an inner city school, so that's like pretty much saying like, um, Northeast High School here in Philadelphia. Like you're talking about a true inner city school in an inner city, conference, and so it's a little tricky to maneuver around versus going to like a private school. So, I think the approach that Teddy had was we're trying to bring Miami Northwestern back to the forefront. The way I'm able to do that is one financially, and that's making sure my players are here on time, here safely,
Yep.
with all the resources, whether it's food that they're not getting at home that I can provide for them, care and treatment post and pre games that I can provide for them, and ride shares X, Y, and Z. As any coach we know that would have done that or that does that. I think the problem with Teddy Bridgewater is that he announced that he did these things. And I think once it came out that he was doing these things, then you have and he won. So then here comes the rumbling from other probably places like, hey, he's not doing it the right way. So what happened was, I believe it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Teddy had put out an announcement because he was looking for donations.
Yeah.
He's saying, "Hey, we're going to be able to keep this momentum. I'm going to need help, pretty much from the parents, or
Yeah.
neighborhoods, or whoever is going to be able to kind of help assist it. I can't keep funding this." That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah.
So people were a little bit of uproar about it. Well, this and you that, and it's like, bro, he's taking care of your kid.
So hold on. The community got mad that he can't continue. It wasn't more
So
of like,
the community seemed to be, and not maybe it's not all. I'm just saying some reports. It could be
yeah,
two reports, but those two reports came out that they were like questioning, well, why we gotta donate stuff like that.
mm,
Which kind of probably stirred the pot a little bit, because then Teddy kind of expressed what he had put out. Like, I done
yeah,
paid X amount of money for this. I paid X money for that. I paid X money, and then once he put that out, then now you kind of like it's kind of like, hey, there's rules to this.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, you can
yeah,
fundraise, right?
right.
Like we fundraise, right? You doing a cookie drive, a popcorn drive, you do car washes. You can do the fundraising, but I don't think in certain districts or certain organizations you can actually just fund it. There's not a private school, it's not an IMG, it's not a charter school where they can just do whatever they want to do. This is, they're under their own rules. And I think
Yeah,
that's why he got suspended
yeah, yeah. It's an unfortunate situation, right, where you get smacked on the hand for doing the right thing and
for
and
doing the right
helping
thing. Yeah,
kids. My thought is just that if he has any ties to anybody in the NFL, I would do something like, "Hey, bro, on the back end, give a call. Hey, bro, I need this amount of money. Can you make a donation to my foundation? Because that's what I'm reading right now. He started. I guess he probably already had a foundation, but using the foundation as a front to take in money because it's donations. And then just on the back, I'm like, hey, I'll send back the same thing to your
yeah,
foundation.
he could have worked it out. He didn't have to expose himself,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
because being the head coach is, or being the face of the team, kind of looks like you're buying players ultimately,
I
right?
mean, like, so he said daily Uber rides, feeding the boys, 1,500 a week every morning, following our morning training sessions. Cater. We're talking about cater pasta during the season. It's not like we're talking about steak and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
he's bringing his experiences that he had
yeah,
as a player, whether it's Louisville, whether it's at the NFL, he's bringing winning culture to a small organization, and this is what you guys need to get to be the best.
and then
But
and
when
then helping the community, right?
and
Three
helping
hot
the
meals a
right,
day from local black owned restaurants and a snack on some days. Like he like it's just crazy when you see something like this. Like you could have pulled him aside and say, "This is not how we do it."
mhm. But
You know,
what if he violated a rule though?
well then I would say, "Hey, we're going to have to suspend you."
Yeah,
But this is not how you do it. Um
because
now,
say Moss, say you were a coach of his rival,
mhm,
and you like, I can't do all that shit for my kids. I'm about to lose my kids to Miami International and Miami Northwestern. They
yeah,
about to be transferring. You know what I'm saying
because
now?
they're getting fed.
Because yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, yeah.
that is where that's probably why he had the suspension. Nope. I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming
Yeah.
that since he let the cat out the bag, then now they gotta make action. They probably was like, God damn, Teddy.
Well, my thought down there, I just hope there wasn't no some like, you know, like belittling, smack your hand type deal. Like
Mhm.
more of a conversation. You know what I mean? Sitting him down and just saying, "Hey, Teddy, you can't do this." Right? You know, we understand that you were successful in the NFL. You have resources that other coaches don't have, but we have rules to follow in this district. And, you know, this is the rules that we have to follow. So you have to do some type of fundraiser. You have to get donations. You can't use your own personal funds. And because of that, we have to suspend you. I just felt that maybe because maybe the story got taken out of context too much on the internet, his response kind of almost said that like they came down with the hammer on him, you know, almost. That's how I interpreted it. But like you said, it could have been one report, it could have been 5 reports. We really don't know. And I'm reading text message. I mean, well, I'm reading posts and stuff like that. And been reading posts, you have no idea what that emotion is, but he's just like, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so
he said he's still
some of
supporting it.
that emotion feeding through that post, it kind of almost insinuates that like, you know, they smacked his hand, you know, a little bit in this one.
And his argument is saying that he wasn't an employee, right? So how am I suspended? I'm not even an employee.
Yeah,
And that's the gray area, right? Because you are the head coach. You know what I mean? Like whether you're an employee or not, you are the head coach that is underneath the umbrella of rules and
yeah,
fairness. And I think, like you said, this story is easy. You can easily jump on Teddy Bridgewater because he is doing good for the
for
community.
sure.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So you're like
absolutely.
you're going to jump on the side, but at the end of the day, there are rules, whether you like those rules or not, and they're fair or not. And maybe you think maybe should be changed because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
I get it, but once he exposed it, it's like, well, we can't allow this, and something has to be done. And I'm sure it's something in their bylaws and their policies that say if anybody is self-funding schools, which creates an unfair advantage, this is the situation. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
yeah. No,
But
I agree.
I'm for Teddy. Now I don't want people to think that I'm like thinking he should be suspended. No, because he's doing the right thing. But if
Yeah,
he's breaking a rule, he's breaking a rule. Unfortunately, it sounds like that's what he's doing because they have a stance on suspending him.